All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Cyrus Sunsetti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Cyrus Sunsetti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. Link for the membership right down in the video description is in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You get a video introduction, rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse program, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General, strictly for the brothers. It's an amazing, amazing course. Get a preview by clicking the link in the chat. Also included the Brotherhood of Hebrew Roundtable live stream, where the brothers meet once a week, discussing very important, vital, powerful information pertinent to our growth and development. Get over there, check it out, family, and become a member, become a brother today. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Cyrus Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. Got something for your family I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. Yes, yes, indeed. We got the Olmec, ancient Egypt, ancient Nubia, Black woman is God, making of the white man, Freemasonry exposed, hip hop, occult. We got the Christianity, the religions, Judaism, Hinduism, Islam exposed. We got it all, family. Not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete. You should become a member today, and everybody know the General is popping. Seti popping on Patreon. We got this Set, the first supreme deity of ancient Egypt. This is off the chain. You're not gonna hear it like this nowhere else. I want you to get over there, get that work. Also, we got the blue gin of black immortality. We're gonna talk about that. The etymology of the word gin, how it relates to black people, and what is the aura, the power within that term, gin, that relates to us. It's very deep. I want you to get over there and check it out, family. Also, we got Tree Magic of the Kemetic Vikings. We also talking about how our family been all over, and many of what we call the Druids, and and the Leprechaun and all of that. These are remnants of ancient African traditions that we brought from the homeland. I want you to get over there, get that work, family. And and to all the family out there donated to the General, I thank you, appreciate you. For those that would like to donate, the link is in the chat. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasu Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. All right, family, here we go. We talking about Ennis, Cosby, now Malcolm, Jamal, Warner. Is there something sinister behind the Cosby connection? Okay, is there something sinister behind the Cosby connection? Uh, this is very, and not only his son, Malcolm, Jamal Warner, his daughter ended up, and they said she had some kidney, I don't believe it was kidney disease or something of that nature, but she passed too at 44. So it's not been a good ride for Bill Cosby and those connected to him. You see, it's not been a good ride. And so you have to look at everything. You have to look at everything when you this situation. When you're in dealing with these Neanderthals and entertainment in Hollywood, because they knock off artists. That's just all it is to it. We got to quit saying it's a conspiracy. It's reality. Because, just think about all the music they own, all the publishing they own. This is, this music is classic. Bill Cosby. No, it ain't even, the crazy shit is not even in syndication. I mean, they totally took, these artists out of syndication, which means anybody who acted on that show, you don't get no money or nothing. You didn't been totally eradicated from your work. You see what I'm saying? All the work that you eradicated from that, and so, the thing about, the devastation of that, especially being that it was a profound black show showing a upper middle class family, but it wasn't. It was down home. I didn't see it as being bougie or nothing of that nature. It was still down home, but it gave people a blueprint. You see, especially functioning as a family and getting through shit, having trials and tribulations and getting through shit. So, I saw it as a powerful instrument in our community, man, is opposed to what the fuck is out there right now. Opposed to any goddamn thing out there right now. You see what I'm saying? Yes, I would prefer the Cosby Show over any of this garbage out here. Period. You see what I'm saying? And so, to get that off, they wanted that off of there. Because really, it wasn't no competition for real when that was out there. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows you the energy. You feel me? The energy in having that cohesive black family, and the energy that it produced, and how it took off, and goddamn it, people was watching it all over the world. They did not like that. They trying to push that goddamn that kill, drill. That's the narrative because that's what ultimately the outcome they want for our people. You feel what I'm saying? And so, I do believe that, because to come, literally, and like, I don't want to negate shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I don't take up for no motherfucking body that then did some scandalous shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know motherfuckers throw trumped up charges on you all the time. This is reality. You see, they throw trumped up charges on it, and I'm saying Trump. Yeah, and that's real too. No pun intended. Throw some trumped up charges on a motherfucker. They do this all the time. And so, we have to be careful before we jump, to any type of conclusions. When you're dealing with music and you're dealing with entertainment, you have to walk slow and really look over the material and shit. And you have to pause for a minute, because the shit you see in the very beginning don't be the reality. They're going to always come out there with a narrative. The man drowned and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, they had found, and I wonder if that was one of them Kennedys that they got off, where they found a woman had drowned at the Kennedy house and shit. One of the Kennedys, I believe that same guy for Epps. No, that was a rape case, but it was another one. Them Kennedys stayed in the shit. You know what I'm saying? But one of them Kennedys, some woman had drowned out at one of their houses and shit, got them off. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people believe it was foul motherfucking play. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people, yeah. A lot of people thought it was foul play, but they got him off. You see, in the very, act of what we seeing today with Trump, if you empower, you can hush information and change the narrative to your own fitting and your own liking. So you have to be very careful on what you're seeing out here. And so, when I started to go back and I seen things, people were saying things, but I seen it myself. I seen it in his eyes and I didn't see that he would drown, but in hindsight, when they were showing some of the videos, back, right before he passed, you could see you could look in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that he wasn't there. Something was going on, regardless whether it was in his marriage or whatever it is. I don't know. Something was going on. You could see it in his eyes. And even the video before that, even the video when he had the little flower in his ear, and he said his daughter gave it and told him put it in, and so he wore it for his daughter and things of that nature. And but you could tell it was something going wrong then. You see, so ain't no telling, what type of stress people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all kind of crazy ass shit going on. But here we go. Let's start with this one, family. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start with this one.
Actually been pulled off of television.
Right.
I want to know, how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel several different ways.
Okay.
One, because this show is taken off the air, it's literally taking money out of my pocket.
Right.
So
I'm gonna bring it back.
Show have actually been pulled off of television.
Right.
I want to know, how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel several different ways.
Okay.
One, because this show is taken off the air, it's literally taking money out of my pocket.
Right.
So I got my own personal feelings about that, because it personally affects me. But even outside of that, just look at just how the media is playing this whole thing out, and I can't help but think about Woody Allen, Roman Polanski, Stephen Collins, who it's very clear. The crimes they've committed, but there's no one that has been calling for Woody's movies to be pulled off the air.
Right.
Roman Polanski is still celebrated. Stephen Collins' show still comes on. So it's just interesting how it's very unbalanced. I mean, they were trying to take Mr. Cosby's star off the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I am in no position to defend him because I can't.
Right.
But nor will I throw him under the bus.
Yeah, and I think where they expect you and shit, to when they push that narrative, do you understand that they putting an X on the motherfucker? They expect that that motherfuckers fall in line, man. I believe that's what they expect. They expect motherfuckers to fall in line, and when you don't do that, there is, there's consequences for that. There's consequences for that. Let's try to that's fucked up. That's real fucked up that they, that everybody lose and shit, and that's wild. You didn't put 8 years and you didn't put 8 years of your life and shit, Yeah. You got to understand that, for a show like the Cosby Show, that probably gonna tear a motherfucker off for the rest of their life. You see what I'm saying? Shit, that's gonna be like, that shit gonna be like the Sanford and Son. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker still come on all over. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. Just think about that one show, Sanford and Son. That motherfucker still being syndicated on all kind of shit right now. So when you got a hit like that, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's so. I know that's devastating. That they lost syndication. I looked it up and I seen that you had to go on shit like Tubi, and shit like that. But that ain't like being on one of them other networks where it's every day, and it's a part of yeah, Good Times too. Martin and shit. Motherfucker gonna get paper off of Martin, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure, that check about 20. Got to be. Or more, depending on how many different networks that motherfucker on. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how many different networks is on. We're gonna check this one out, family. Listen. Here we go.
405 in California. During this unfortunate event, Ennis Cosby, the son of the famous comedian Bill Cosby, found himself at the wrong location at the most inopportune time. When he stopped to mend a flat tire, a young man of Ukrainian origin, Mikhail Markasev, approached him with criminal intent. The situation tragically escalated, resulting in the untimely demise of Ennis Cosby. This sudden loss deeply saddened people worldwide, as Ennis served as the muse for the character Theo Huxtable on the much-loved The Cosby Show. In the subsequent year, Markasev received a life sentence without the possibility of parole, is a grim testament to the volatility of life and the consequences of unnecessary violence. Today we take a moment to remember Ennis Cosby.
Damn. Took him out. Took his son out. That's who Theo was playing. Yeah, he was playing Ennis. You feel me? He was playing Ennis, his Bill Cosby's son. And from my understanding, they knew one another. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Died the same way. Yeah, they doing a whole lot of sacrificing out there, man. You could believe that. You got to be careful on all this shit, man. You got to be careful. Let's check this one out, family.
54
They never
years
said
old.
what he wanted.
It was an accidental drowning that happened. They said he died of asphyxia after he was caught by a high current in the ocean. That's according to ABC News, and they found his body Sunday afternoon. I see that, it was said that he went out, didn't return for an hour, and that's when it turned into...
He went out by himself?
Yeah, but he was just swimming. If you know how to swim, and they said there were bystanders' efforts to save him, but he had no pulse by the time authorities arrived. The first responder told reporters there was another man that was transported to a nearby hospital in critical condition. So devastating.
Yeah, that's so sad, man.
Now, recently he was on Melissa Ford's Hot and Bothered podcast, and he talked about his legacy on that podcast. Here's what he said.
I remember my mother said to me one time, Mr. Cosby gave you immortality. So there's legacy there. But also because those former years were always about life. Because I've had this full life after that show, there's another lane of legacy that I get to leave. And I'm still working through that.
All right. In addition to that, Bill Cosby actually spoke. A spokesperson for him says that Bill Cosby is devastated. And here is what Cosby's spokesperson, Andrew Wyatt, said as a fan of The Cosby Show. Yeah, but his spokesperson said as a fan of The Cosby Show, every young boy's dream was to be Theo and have a family like the Huxtables. However, that dream came true when God gave me the honor and pleasure to represent Mr. Cosby. I got to do it for the culture, just like To The Cosby Show saved many cultures. And here's what Bill Cosby had to say.
He is an honest person, and that media, I hope, will show the respect for him.
A lot of people have showed their respect for him, too, by the way. It hasn't been, anything but love. Yvette Nicole Brown said, this loss has devastated me. I don't have the words right now, so I'm repurposing these beautiful ones from my dear friend who I adored, and showed a video of him speaking. Also, Morris Chestnut, Taraji P. Henson, Eddie Griffin, Tabitha Brown, Tracy Ellis Ross. So many people showing him love after this really tragic incident that happened. So yes, again, we got to show some love to his family. And, it's interesting because when something like this happens, I feel like his legacy is so amazing that even if you obviously don't know him personally, it still hits.
Right. Of course, because it feels like you knew him. Like, this is one of those iconic shows, iconic roles, and we all grew up off that.
Yeah.
I was sitting around wondering why we wasn't the Huxtables.
We have
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people, because again, just like the brother said, we grew up in, and for 8 years, that's a long time. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't just one of them shows and shit that man, everybody in the goddamn country was on, watching Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? The Cosby Show. Yeah. Yeah, she ain't. I just put it up there. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I was just looking for something to put up there to see, But you already know, ain't nothing but a tether. Ain't nothing but a tether. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just yeah. It's like damn. It's a fucked up situation and shit. And like I say, when you with these devils and shit, and he up there rapping and and I seen the rap where he did. He was doing all the black heroes and sheroes, and they ain't liking that. They ain't liking that. He up there, he probably going through shit behind the scenes, and you know what I'm saying. So but it's very suspicious. It's very suspicious, and I'm gonna most definitely continue to see what's going on behind the scenes, and if we can share some light on this situation, because we can't let them get none of our, for free. We can't let them get none for free. You know what I'm saying? We got to always be on top of every fucking thing they do, and we got to share the light on that shit so we can show the world how they doing this shit. And we got to start, we got to let motherfuckers know that we ain't gonna keep letting this shit go down. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gonna run out of time. You see, the last grain of sand gonna fall through the hourglass sooner or later for your ass. So, and it's these times. It's a change in time right now. So, family, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We got some more fire before we get up out of here. We got two in the queue, and they both fire. I want you to come on back, family. Make sure you get over to Patreon. Get that. What's up, family? Yeah. Well, yeah, don't. Well, we coming right black. We coming right black. We not done, and so come on back and build with the general. Here we go, family. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.